Hello and welcome back with me, fLukedMC, and we are back on the LiberCraft server. And I've been recording for like 3 or 4 hours, and because of issues with my headset and my microphone and everything, none of my audio has been picked up, so I have to do all of the intro again. In the last episode we finished off this block of buildings and they are still looking really nice. I still really like them. There has been one little change in that this building is now the host of my nether portal. I have moved it from by the lighthouse to just down here, and I'm going to decorate this up so it's like a little tourist type centre. I have to address this as well. This is not something from a cult, even though it's red and it's got blood and it's got plants that hurt you, but it was a gift from Kibble with some bone blocks, because over the past week I have been stockpiling bones and bone blocks. I have been AFKing at my skeleton farm, I have been receiving gifts from other members of the server containing bone blocks, and I have bought out every bone in the shopping district. This spot up here, this is my collection of bone blocks. I've got 8 full shulkers and 1 that's empty, and we're going to go and fill that up very shortly. I can hear the phantoms. Okay, now that we're indoors, we're away from the phantoms, and there's one other thing that's changed in the past week, and that is this collection of mini blocks. We have the decor heads plugin, which means we have a variety of new decorative head blocks and mob heads that we can place down in the world. With those decor heads, we're probably going to make use of them in our builds, but like I said, we are here for bones, and what I'm going to do with these bones is I intend to run my wood farms. I've been stockpiling this because earlier on today Ignited and I met up and we conducted a bit of a test to see how well the farm runs. What we found was 48 bone blocks, so almost a stack, gave us about 20 minutes on the main log farm. Yeah, they eat through bone meal. Hopefully with 9 shulker boxes, I did the maths, 9 shulker boxes is around 140,000 bone meal. That should keep me going for at least a day. I should be able to comfortably use that. At the bottom down here we have our skeleton spawner, and I have done up this area around the back. I have added these windows so we can see the main tube where the skeletons get forced up and they get dropped down into this area here. It now also has this storage system with bones, arrows and 2 groups of overflow chests. These hoppers were originally flowing into this auto garbage dispenser thing with a cactus, but I have found that not all of the bones and arrows drop into the first 2 chests because of how small I've made this design. I've decided to just hook them up to the overflow and manually move it across. And what I'm going to do, just to start off this episode, is I showed you I had 8 shulker boxes full. I want to get the 9th shulker box full of bone blocks, because 9 is a good number. So I'm going to go away and do that, and I'll get back to you in just a moment. Okay, so it is in fact the following morning, and yesterday I was able to use that skeleton farm. I managed to get up to this amount of bone blocks just from my own farm, but fortunately Ignited was able to get some more from our joint with a skeleton farm. So let's get these turned up into bone blocks. So it's still not quite a full shulker box to round it out perfectly to 9, but it's more than enough for what we need, I hope. It looks like my sign has changed again. It now says Blumfer. I actually changed it yesterday because they're now starting including the F from all the way up by my lighthouse in this. So we've now got extra letters that they can use. I put it down to fumble, but it's changed again. Oh, even more bone blocks. Oh, yes. Alright, well, thanks to that last minute gift from Ignited, we managed to get a small bump. So there's only really those 4 slots that are missed, so we're just a touch under 140,000 bone meal, and that's because all of these are full. All of them. We got so much bone meal, and now that we have this bone meal, and we have this farm, and we have our nether farm, and we have a great need for wood with this big project and to restock the shop, I think it's time. I'm going to fill up the farm below, I'm going to fill up this farm, And we're going to get probably most of the wood we need from all of this. We're going to do a little bit of each. And so we're going to do this in a form of a time lapse. So I think it's time to cue the music and let's get collecting. And remember, if you are enjoying the video so far, make sure you head down below. Those two buttons there, bada bing, bada boom. A lot of work goes into these videos and I appreciate all the support that you can give me. So I've actually only been running the farm for about half an hour. You see from the time lapse it was all oak wood, and this is how much oak wood I managed to accrue, so quite a lot. But fortunately Sniper was over here and was able to let me in on a issue that I have, in that this farm down here had overflowed. I mean, all I've done is taken out the wood and this is how much is left. These chests filled up so quick in half an hour. Before I even continue to do any sort of grinding, I need to sort this out and get a proper item filter in. And for that, we need to do some redstone. Okay, so this should be all of the resources I need to build this item sorting system out of here. Though we are probably going to need to lower the floor down just a little bit. So that's the infrastructure of the bottom module. So now I know where the floor is. I can put that in before anything else. Right, there we go. We now have a platform. And we can just expand this out. And here we go. So I've now set up a complete item sorter, and it's even got a composter on the end to get a little bit more bone meal just as the farm's running. We've got space for all the main drops, the woods, the wart blocks, shroom light, and these roots. To be honest, I would prefer to get rid of these roots. It produces so much of them that it clog all of that up and everything would go wrong, so it's best to just put them in their own chests. Now that this problem has been solved, it's safe to turn this farm back on and we can go back to doing what we were doing and getting loads of wood. And we're back, and I have to say that the wood farm is performing very, very well. It's already producing a lot of stock. Like, within just a couple of hours I've been going, not only have I collected enough wood to do next week's project, but I've also managed to collect enough wood to restock the shop. In some instances I could restock it twice over. I now have quite a lot of wood, and to be honest, this is how much bone meal I've used. Now this wasn't a full shulker, but still, all of these are still full. 140,000 bone meal was overkill. But that doesn't mean it was pointless to collect it all in the first place, because off screen I'm going to go away and I'm going to use all of that, collecting as much wood as possible to really expand on my business. But one of the main things I wanted from this farm was these saplings. You see that I want to make a 10k axe, and the best way to make a minus 10k axe is with spruce saplings. So I am just going to take all of these. And this is the stage grind. You can see I've already done quite a number on the environment around here, converting it all into podzol. And I have to be very careful because of the charge creepers that are technically guarding this area. And this will hopefully be my minus 10k axe, but at the moment it's just a normal wooden axe. So I think we're just going to jump into a very quick time lapse as we get all of these trees grown. That is a big tree, and we're about to take it down in one fell swoop thanks to the plugin we have. I am hopeful that this gets me to minus 10k on the durability. And so I have my axe, and I believe what I need to do is I need to chop the bottom block, and then I actually need to run forwards to make sure that every single block updates. Right, let's get this tree torn down. Didn't work. What went wrong? Something went wrong there. Auto tree cutting is there. I'm using an axe. Oh, there we go. Running. Very laggy. Very laggy. Oh, this is very laggy. That's a lot of wood. That's very laggy. Minus 10k! Oh, my mouse is moving. But I did it! I got a minus 10k axe. Oh, that was a lot of lag. That probably looked awful on your screen there. Right, let's collect all of this wood as well. I love me some spruce wood. I have not got enough shulkers. I need all of these shulkers. All of them. Oh, look at the mess I've made here. This is how many shulkers it took to collect all of the wood. This one isn't full, but these all are. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 shulkers of spruce wood. Now, truth be told, because spruce trees can give the big giant versions, this is in fact quicker than using the farm. But for oak wood, jungle wood, birch wood, and acacia wood, using the farm is still the quickest option. But I'm just so happy I managed it. A minus 10k axe, that is going up for sale. And you can see this mess of course is still dropping saplings. And once again we've even pushed the boundary of the podzol section further, taking over this entire area with my destructive habits. But now all is left is to pick up all of this wood and just go and put it back into my storage system. That's the science key. It's changed again, it's now Fumbler. And I think I saw earlier, yep, that's now a forb, and that's now a foob. What does this one say over here then? Manorb Hausb. They keep changing all of my signs. And we are back in the shopping area so that I can put this minus 10k axe up for sale. So we're just going to shuffle these along and slot that one in there. 1k, 3k, 6k, and 10k. Now that I've made a 10k axe, I'm going to have to make I feel like a 15k axe, and then a 20k axe, and eventually it may even be possible through some hard work and determination to do a minus 100k axe. But I suspect with the amount of lag I got doing minus 10k, to try and strive for too high, I could crash the server with the lag. So I'd rather not try and anger the mods by doing that. But if I can get some more 10k eggs, 10k axes, and to be honest, 64 diamonds for that axe, that's a bargain. That's a piece of history on the server. That is a unique item. No one else has a minus 10k axe. I have shown you how to do it, but that doesn't mean you should. This is a do not try this at home because it will ruin my business type of thing. And I think that's where we're going to leave things today. I am confident that I have solved the bone meal problem. With the amount of bone meal I have in reserve, that should last me at least for a short time whilst I grind out all of the wood I need to fill up this shop. And I'm just so happy that I was able to get that minus 10k axe. So, if you like what you see, make sure you stick around, and I will see you in the next video.